Welcome to Boomhauer69's channel, and today Boomhauer is going to read this article here from GQ, the best smokeless fire pits. It's about smokeless fire pits, and I may in the near future do some product reviews of smokeless fire pits and fire pits in general. Who knows? I may or may not. I don't know. But anyways, if I do, this article here from GQ might give me some ideas of which ones to put to the test. It says the best smokeless fire pits turn your backyard into an outdoor retreat. Clear eyes, big flames, can't lose. And it's by some guy named J. Travis Smith, November 15, 2022. It says all products featured on GQ are independently selected by our editors. So a group of editors went and picked out what ones they thought were the best, I guess. However, when you buy something through our retail links, we may earn an affiliate commission. So if you actually click on one of the links in this article, they will get a commission. And yes, I will put links in the description to this article. So if you like, you can go back and read it. Or if you happen to see one you like down here, you can click on their link and buy it. And then they'll get like a little bit of pennies from it. It says the idea of innovative fire feels like the beginning of a bad Shark Tank pitch, but the best smokeless fire pitch take what traditional versions of eye-watering experience that leaves your clothes reeking of charred wood and eliminates all the excess smokiness for a less noxious outdoor hang and considerably fewer complaints from neighbors. Smokeless varieties have gained a lot of transactions over the pandemic, in particular as people migrate outside for family gatherings, first developed by Rio back in 2011 and then popularized by Solo Steve. Smokeless fire pits peaked in 2020 when solo stoves reportedly cornered 75% of the wood-burning fire pit market. Apparently, social distance friends were gathering together in backyards and soon realized that smokeless wasn't just another marketing word. So with a proliferation of smokeless fire pits, we had to see for ourselves if it was really worth playing with this particular type of blaze. Smokeless fire pits are something of a misdemeanor. They are not completely smokeless per se, but the minimum smoke emissions and efficient burning process do make your standard s'more session better for you and the environment than their traditional peers. Smokeless fire pits use any solid burning fuel, whether it's wood or charcoal, but each fire pit will be designed and optimized to burn one or the other. The design is disarmingly simple, unlike typical fire pits. That typical symmetrical shaped drum that lets you throw some type of fire starter and fuel into get a fire going. The smokeless fire pits is a double wall cylinder with perforations along its top and bottom. Once your fire starter of choice is in the vessel and the cylinder there is sufficiently heated, thermodynamic 101 pulls air up through the bottom of the hole, superheats it, and then sends it out through the top of the hole, out through the top set of holes where it collides with the smoke and ignites it for a secondary burn. The double wall design is what really takes the smokeless fire pits over the top. It improves the airflow system to reduce the amount of smoke despite the elevated temperatures. Smokeless fire pits are also still able to reach a high heat where smaller amounts of wood or charcoal due to more efficient burning process, which will save you money on supplies in the process. How we tested. To get a feel for what was worth adding to our outdoor space, we of course took these fire pits outside to light them up and test them over a number of weeks. We were delighted to find that each of the 5 smokeless fire pits we tested dramatically reduced smoke in the air living up to their smokeless branding. In fact, they all perform well enough that choosing a model for you will just come down to a secondary factor such as style, ease of use, or range of accessories available from grill plates to cooking griddles and so forth so on. All thought the testing period, we impressed by the reduce of smoke emissions of smokeless fire pits compared to fire pits we accustomed to. The smokeless variety was a huge improvement for any who enjoys hanging outside by fire pits while it's a bit chilly and is no brainer for those with close neighbors or overbearing condo associations. Without further adios, our top picks for the best smokeless fire pits that will give you clear burning every time. Best overall fire pit solo stove bonfire 2.0. The solo stove bonfire. I actually seen a YouTuber put one of these to the test before and for on the internet. I seen a YouTuber put those to the test before, and so yeah, $225 ain't too bad nowadays. According to this, and I guess you can buy it now on Amazon for 300. Says diameter 19.5 inches. Height is 14 inches. Weight and material stainless steel. So that's a stainless steel one. That don't look too bad. And the YouTuber I watch that put that to the test. I was watching this video. I say it was pretty smokeless. Pretty sure. Some of them that the one he did there, that one there that I saw a video on. Starting out, it did smoke quite a bit, but after a while, once it got warmed up and everything, it did go smokeless for the most part. And I thought it was pretty interesting. He also did a big one and small one, and the small one I thought was kind of good for portability and thought would be neat to maybe someday put to the test. But if you heard about smokeless fire pits, you probably heard of solo stove. These seamless stainless steel cylinders with a row of perforations along the bottom have become ubiquitous, I can't pronounce that word, in the backyard of Americas. One look at any of these virtually indisguisable knockoff brands. Look at your Duraflame found at your local big box hardware store will show you how much this design has captured the market, which is true. Because that is a pretty basic design and stuff, so that chiefly due to its sleek, lightweight design compared to the competitors with similar diameters. High-quality bonfires 2.0 is light enough to easily be stored between uses, marketing it ideal for people with small or shared backyards. We were able to get the best virtual effects of secondary burns with the holes along the interior of the rim resembling the gas burner on a stovetop. What complaints there were about its predecessors, the Bonfire 1.0, namely the lack of removable ash has been remended in its newer models, although cleanup is slightly messy afar, but because of the ash is only accessed by reaching down from the top opening. Still, for the price, you won't find a better smokeless fire pit. The best fire pit for grilling. Reaction. This is what GQ editors think it would be best for grilling. The Brio X Series 19 fire pit. Guess you can get it at Home Depot for $400 and somewhere else for $3 something. Diameter 22 inches, 22.13 inches, 14.75 inches on height, weight 47 pounds. So it is a little on the heavier side if you can't lift a whole lot. Material stainless steel. What was the weight size of this one right here? That was 23 pounds. So this would be a lot more lighter if you're looking for something more easier to pick up and carry around. That would probably be about the best. For those who want a rugged, indestructible look to their fire pit, the Brio Mid Series 26 is our favorite. We tested the more budget-friendly content steel model after 2 weeks of sitting outside the pit, developed a nice rust that will evolve into a deep patina over the years. This was actually a big deal in regards to pit maintenance. Ash, coal, dirt will show on the stainless steel fire pit, requiring a quick brush off. For the Corten steel, the coriated steel, getting dirty and rusty is half the fun. This pit comes with 5-year warranty that protects against rust, which is a real testament to the build quality considering the abuse of fire pits take. The price is durability, is weight, and dollars. This model knocks in 62 pounds with the rim model for handling required for friendly move. This could be a deal breaker for those looking to store a fire pit between use. Yeah, it weighs a little bit, but it looks like from this picture here, this would be a little more fancier, decorative type fire pit. So if you wanted something kind of not, this one's pretty bland, it's just kind of basic, it's going to get the job done. This one here looks a little more kind of more fancier. So if you say you lived in some kind of condo housing development or whatever, and you're allowed to have fire pits, this would probably, and it's kind of a fancy, and you live in a more fancier place, or if you just simply want to make your house or property look a little more kind of upscale, I would say this would be a little bit better than this one, because this one's got a little more fancierness. I call it too. It looks a little more kind of nicer and kind of a little more upscale. So if you're somebody that wants to kind of worry about looks and you want to make your property or whatever look a little more fancier around your home, and you want a smokeless fire pit, that looks like would be a nice one for that because it's a little more fancier. And it says here the best portable fire pit, solo stove mesa. Here's another one. That's a little bit smaller one. I haven't seen that one before. I've seen the other design up at top there a lot more. I saw videos on YouTube about it, but never seen this one before. It says 5.1 inches, height 6.8 inches, weighs 1.5, stainless steel creamer. Not quite a candle, not quite a fire pit. The Mesa Solo Stove takes on tabletop fire marketing. So it's a little tabletop thingy one. Fire marketing designator. Now, just because it says tabletop, you do have to be careful what kind of tabletop you put it on or something. It's more, they're just meaning tabletop, meaning it's small, almost like a cup or something, Tabletop marketing design. So if you was to put it on a tabletop, you might have to put a rock underneath it or something to protect your surface from catching fire. Not quite candle, not quite a fire pit. The Mesa is a solo stove that takes tabletop fire marketing design as a dinner, picnic, or poolside companion. The stoves are available in 5 cream-coated colors in addition to classic stainless steel, making this the most aesthetic-driven fire pit on the market. Despite looking at a bit of a novelty, you'll see in sky malls, or sharper image. The versatile Mesa is a surprisingly useful stove. It's perfect for evenings when we didn't want to commit to a large fire. Instead of opting for a quick meal outdoors s'mores, anyone with this little added heat and ambience, burning your choice of traditional mini firewood or wood pellets. The flame gets big enough to toast marshmallows, but we loved it more for its ability to convert any outdoor table into a comfy spot for playing cards, cracking beers, or sharing a plates. Plus, with food season in full swing, it's football season in full swing. It's an excellent tailgating accessory. The Mesa even comes with a helpful carrying bag so you can tote the little thing wherever you need to. Note, for people without yards, you will need to keep a collection of small sticks nearby or simply order Stove's mini oak firewood. Yeah, that would be neat. I could see maybe something like that for kind of small for camping, hiking. That would be a good little thing for if you live in areas where you really can't have a little fire pit and you don't mind having a mini one. And especially if you've got small children, you don't want them around a big fire pit. That would be a good one for smaller children to just simply roast marshmallows. So best fire pit for easy lighting, the Tiki Smokeless Patio Fire Pit. Yeah, that reminds me of something kind of tiki. That would be good. It reminds me of kind of tiki thing. If you're going for a certain look or design on your patio or area, you're trying to make a tiki lounge. Yeah, I could see where that'd be kind of nice. Diameter is 24.75 inches. Height 18.75 inches. Weight 47. And stainless steel, power coated steel. Known for its bamboo torch, Tiki debuts its fire pits on Kickstarter in 2019 compared to Solo Stove and Brio. The offerings are fairly basic. The two fire pits, one regular, one portable, with the only attachment being a fire pit screen and fire poker, but for those who just want an occasion fire with no intention to cook, no desire to fuss, the Tiki is one size fits all model that we love. The pit's metal black conical shape lifted off the ground. Three sturdy but thin legs was our favorite design right out of the box. And if we were being practical, using the wood packs to get the fire started was the simple method in our testing through thought not the most budget occasion consisted at $36 per 4-pack. Combined with the pull-out ashtray for easy cleanup, this was the lowest effort per fire pits of all the pits, and those time-saving elements are a huge boom for entertaining guests. And it says stainless steel and power coated steel, and yeah, I can see that being in like a tiki setting and stuff. I can see somebody having something like that if they're trying to go for a certain look on their patio and outdoor lounge area. The best fire pit for camping BioLite. I've seen these put to the test before, BioLite, and I think they're a cool little thing because some of them use heat and fire to do like a simple like charging of phones and stuff. It says, we've been following BioLite's dimensions as 27 inches by 13 inches and 15.8 inches, weigh 19 pounds, stainless steel. Yeah, so about 20 pounds here is what you'd be lugging around if you were just going to use that like in a portable setting. Ooh, $300. BioLite, it says. We've been following BioLite ever since they introduced the original camp stove, a small camp stove designed to use the heat from a small fire to charge your phone. Their takes on a smokeless fire pit is equally unique. The fire pit uses an attached fan which runs off a charged battery pack to circulate air through perforated tubes at the top and bottom of the fire pit. The fan can be set to 3 speeds, controlled manually or via an app, which controls the burn rate. When paired with the removable grill grate, this allows you for temperature controlled while cooking. The newest model fixes a few of the problems that impacted the first model. No, no model most versatility. A new powder-coated enamel was added to combat with rust, and the fans got a longer battery life. However, due to the size limitation, we found the smokeless feature was best achieved burning the smaller sticks and twigs you find at the campsite rather than pre-chopped hardwood. Additionally, to the attached battery pack shouldn't be left considered permanently, making this impractical choice leaving in backyards, but for those looking to toss a fire pit into the back of the truck, go on a camping trip, this was one of the most fun part portable of any of the fire pits we tested. Also really enjoyed the mesh siding, which will allow us to watch coal burns and create unique floating fires that was fun to tend to. Well, my initial thoughts on this article here. I think it was kind of neat. You know, they're like this bio one down here. This little bio fire pit. I think, like, for like a patio type fire pit, I think this should be in a different category all itself. I don't think adding it to this list here like GQ did, I don't think that was was very wasn't very good. I don't think that falls in the same category as these, you know. Now, my thoughts on this little down here on this little bottle. I watched YouTube videos about this before, and to me, I don't think it's a. I don't feel like it's a really useful thing. If you're gonna charge your cell phone or something, instead of using like a fire like this, I would more just simply do like a solar panel thing, because I watched some videos on that, and I always wonder what that over time plastic and all that electronic stuff on there would just burn up and be crap, you know, after a while. So that's why I wouldn't buy something like that. It's a neat product, a neat thing, but I just would never use it I myself, you know, that's just how I feel. But as far as these other fire pits on here, I think they did pretty good on selection. Like these ones right here, there's the best overall, this solo snow bonfire. I seen videos on that, and that's something I would definitely think about I myself getting if I wanted a fire pit. But I would get their smaller one. They make one of these that's a little more smaller and portable, and I'd go with a little bit smaller portable one. But now this one here, I thought the picture wise, I thought this was a neat looking one. I think this one would be good for if somebody wanted to dress up their little lounge area. You know, you wanted, instead of just a basic fire pit like Smokeless Firepit, you know, if you wanted something more kind of decorative and kind of more fancier, I think this one would be a good one. Would be kind of cool to have, because just looking at the picture, of course, I never owned any of these. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how true smokeless they are and stuff. Now, my personal thoughts on smokeless fire pits like these and different ones out there, there's a ton out there and stuff. I think they're a neat idea. I think they're great for if you live in an area that's really frowns upon a lot of smoke and fire pits, and you live in an area where you can have a fire pit, but people are where people kind of frown upon a bunch of smoke and stuff. I think smokeless fire pits are good for people who don't like a whole lot of smoke. Say you're somebody that has some troubles with like breathing issues and stuff, and you don't want to breathe in a whole lot of smoke, and stuff. You have some medical problems where you don't want to breathe in a whole lot of smoke, but you still want to enjoy a nice fire. I think a smokeless fire pit would go away, would be the best way to go. But are they truly smokeless? Not really. You still get smoke no matter what. But oh no, I think they're a good thing. I think smokeless fire pits. I might even someday on this channel do a product review of a smokeless fire pit. Who knows? You know. Yeah. But this one right here, I do think I think it's a neat thing. I can picture kind of if you want a more kind of upscale, fancy lounge area, or somebody redoing your back patio and you want to make it a little more fancy. I think this one would be a good one to go. Now, me personally, if I was redoing the fire pit, I'd probably go with this one just because I wouldn't care. A basic one, if you're somebody a basic, I'd get the smaller one because they make different sizes. They make a big old one, small one. Because I've seen videos on it. I think this is neat. Now, this one down here, I don't. Again, this is one I won't even bother with it. It to me, it's a novelty item, and I think it's more novelty. Kind of it's kind of neat. I can see this being something. You go camping and you want a little mini stove. If you're hiking or camping and stuff. I think be kind of all right, but there's better things out there for just that. This to me, I think would be useless, and I won't even buy it because it just I feel you. Now this little tiki one here is just kind of that's nice, but between the two, between this one and this one, if it was me, I'd go with this one any day of the week, than that other one. But oh no, I do think this is kind of a nice little article they put together there. It's kind of nice that they did this, for I learned a little bit here on about smokeless, but yeah, my thoughts on smokeless fire pits again. I think they're a great idea, for those people who like that sort of stuff. I think they're great. Now, I personally live in an area where you can have a small fire pit, and they're not gonna worry too much, about smoke or anything. They're just like, hey, just use common sense, But for people who live in areas where, in housing developments or condo areas where you kind of got to worry about smoke and stuff, I think smokeless fire pits are a good and useful thing. And also for people who may, too, again, suffer a little bit of medical problems and they don't want to breathe in too much smoke, but they still want to enjoy a nice fire and everything. I think that's what they're great for. I think, basically, I think smokeless fire pits do serve a purpose and stuff, and I think they're a great idea, and the person who invented them, I think, hey, great for them and stuff. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I think they're all in all smokeless fire pits. I think are a good idea, yeah, stuff, and personally, I might even in the near future again put to a test a few. Who knows? If I happen to come across one that I thought was interesting and a certain price, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, if you like this sort of content, hit that red subscribe button down below. Comment your thoughts down below about this article and what you thought about it and stuff. If you thought I did a good job at this or a bad job, whatever, comment your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up. If you like this sort of content, share this video with everyone you know. If you like this video, share it with everyone you know to help Boomhauer69 grow this channel. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching.